Right, we're just about to start. We were having a chat, so we didn't start quite some time, but that's okay. So just find some space. Have your feet shoulder width apart. Actually, before that, what we're going to do is we're going to start traditionally. I'll turn around and everyone can follow. So you start traditionally, you have the legs closed and you relax and you breathe. And you calm down, and then you raise your left heel, and then put the foot down, and then check your feet are parallel, and then see. I'll turn around now, so I'll do it again. So, and that is how. So I went to spend. I spent 3 days training with this shockingly good Tai Chi practitioner, Grandmaster Chen Xiaowang. It was really, really, really good. I was so glad I went. But as a result, and having to do the hall hire for here and pay for the hall hire in Reach, I'm going to have a very impoverished month this month, but it's fine. It was worth it. He was, yeah, I mean, it was the most amazing, it was one of the amazing days of seminars I've ever done in my entire life. I'm so glad I went. So, yeah, this is good. So we're just breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. And then what I'm going to do is he taught this thing yesterday called the Healing Sounds Qigong exercise. So you make these sounds, but unfortunately all the sounds are Chinese sounds, which are very hard to pronounce, and they were especially hard to pronounce because he'd start making the sound and then everybody joined in, so you couldn't actually hear what he did, and it's very softly spoken, so I was a bit annoyed, but I'm going to phone up the teacher, Patrick, who hosted him, because he's from a Chinese culture, so he'll be able to do the sounds. And there were these amazing arm movements that went with the sounds that worked certain organ regions. I think we're going to get a rainbow, aren't we? Yeah, it's like going to get a rainbow. So for those of you viewers at home, we've got the rain and we've got the sun, and we'll see where the rainbow is. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Good on anything. So what we want to do is we want to just allow yourself to kind of settle down, just breathing out. And we're going to look at those 6 movements that we looked at last week, maybe a couple more. Breathing. So I had to get a new phone as well, which cost me money I don't really have, because my other phone just packed in. Oh, no. So I thought, right. It's a second-hand phone, it's not a new phone, but it's still so we're just doing that. So the head floats, the chin is what you want to do is you want to imagine the muscles. I'll just come closer to the camera. The muscles around the jaw relaxing. So you just want to, your lips are still together, but you're allowing the jaw just to kind of let go a bit, and you're not clenching, you're relaxing the jaw. So if you put your hands here and think nice relaxed jaw thoughts. I'll come in a little bit so I'm not too right. So he is an expert in correcting people's posture. So he corrects people's posture, and then his view was if you're aligned correctly, then it means the circulation and the energy can flow with the body. And he said, and then the energy is happy. He said, energy happy. And he said, blockage, energy, angry. You want to have happy energy and not angry energy. So I was really impressed. He was like, angry. And then there was, he was going around each person in the hall and he went, oh, angry, okay, and then he'd move it and then tweak a bit here and just adjust people, a bit like what an osteopath would do, but very subtle, looking at the whole posture from shoulder to hip, foot. He was even adjusting people's feet and kind of kicking at it to get it to move somewhere. So you want your feet parallel, and then he did do thing underneath, and then after a while he says, happy now. So yeah. So it really was. It was. Oh, I do hope he comes back next year. He's brilliant. I mean, I trained with his son, and he was great. But this guy was something else. So it's given me a lot. He's given me another probably 20 years worth of practice in the 4 days. I spent 4 days with him, and I'm very, very skilled, but very happy. It's like, who needs money? Yeah. So we're just doing this. So we're just breathing. So you relax around the jaw because you can get tension in all sorts of places if you're not careful. So let's do this one. So what you do is the hips go to the side, to the back, to the side, and to the front. And it's a very, very small, just let the arms relax. It's a very tiny movement. We're doing this tiny movement thing. And also, when he was doing it very, very, very slow. Very slow. And then the other thing he was doing is while he was doing that, every now and then he'd have like a little wiggle that he was kind of adjusting himself, but very soft. He wasn't kind of going and being tense, very relaxed. And his whole, if he played like chess or poker or something like that, you would probably lose because he gave nothing away. His whole face was just very relaxed, relaxed here, very relaxed face. And when we stopped for a little mini break, he at one point, Master Patrick won. I think he's probably got another name as well as Patrick, but when you come, they give them, yeah, they normally in the Chinese culture, if they've people up. Right. Oh, we've got a Zoomie, fantastic. We've got Amy's here. Well, she can't come because Christine's she doesn't want to give Amy her germs. She just isn't up for drugs. Hi, Amy. Say hi to Amy, everybody.
Hi.
That's more like it. Nice to see you. We're just doing this. Yeah.
Are you happy or angry?
I'm quite happy, but so they come over and then normally they'll have their names, their proper names, but then they'll give themselves like an English name that people can pronounce. So this guy's called Patrick, but he's kind of almost Susan. Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's fine. I mean, I'd be quite happy to just say what his actual name is and
Learn it eventually.
learn it, you know. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, my friend is sending me some more birds because although we both recorded the dawn choruses, me and Nick, he's got the more superior equipment that has a more clearer sound. So he's sending me some more birds tonight. But at one point, Patrick rolled up the Grandmaster's sleeve and said, "Look, his skin is like a baby. It's really soft." And it was. And for a guy who was 79, he didn't hardly have any wrinkles at all.
Wow.
And his hair still had some black in. And he doesn't do any dyeing of the hair, and he doesn't do any, he just does Tai Chi all the time. And so we're just doing this. We're just nice and relaxed. And you just want to take your time, so you're not putting anything under any strain, and then if you just release in the neck. And just, when his head would just slightly come up a bit, and then slightly come down, but nothing, wasn't like waving it around. He just do that. Very slowly. So had a very nice energy about him as well, he just felt very comfortable to be with. And very kind of a nice bloke, but very, very quiet, so you couldn't really tell what was going on, but it's fine, it's fine. And back to the middle, very generous with, he don't answer all the questions. Normally in the culture, when the Chinese instructors used to come over from China, they'd get freaked out by all the questions that the Westerns would ask, because in Chinese culture, you don't question, because it's like a challenge. It's like,
I am doing that.
yeah, exactly, and they see it, well, it's like in some cultures, if you point at something, it's rude, whereas, you have to indicate with your hands, it's there, you don't point with your finger. So in different cultures, different things are rude, and some things are very polite, which other places would say was rude. So, so now we go in the other direction, to the side, to the front, to that way round, so hang on. Yeah, it's that way round, sorry. And then one of the days, the Sunday, so this was Sunday, I found the hardest of all, because we spent the entire day either not moving at all, like, well, we were moving tiny movements, but completely still, or trying to calm down, or moving really, really, really slowly, like, I've seen snails move faster. And he was moving slower than a snail, because I watched, it was raining, there's lots of snails out. And I was watching the snail and going, you're faster than this guy. That's bonkers. I couldn't cope, I was worried, because I'm, quite, compared with a lot of the other Tai Chi instructors, I'm somewhat on the bouncy end of, more like the Barry McGinley end of sort of. Or Eli Montague, he's always sort of a bit scrappy and likes so. And but Patrick is a Kung Fu teacher, he was a Kung Fu teacher before he took up Tai Chi. So Grandmaster Chen Shaowan came over 30 years ago, so I saw the pictures from 1994 and saw my teacher ever looking really fresh faced and young. So, and it was, yeah, really, really good. But it was a very, very slow, so moving slower than a snail. Like really, I timed it. Yeah, he was so slow.
Yeah.
But I found it actually, and when we stopped moving, my legs really ached. Really, and I thought, oh, it's actually just as much of a workout, if not more so, than when I do like a fitness class with Barry McGinley and we're doing squats and press ups and star jump and sit up and plank and up and down, up and down, up and down, and you just, your heart's going, look. But actually, that is easier than what the Grandmaster was doing. It was so slow. So this is just okay, and we're just nice, relaxed, and then just allow yourself to settle. So you just be here like this, and breathing in. I mean, had it been 20 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to stay in the room. Because it was so slow, I was just, there's a teacher in Devon or down south somewhere, and the 24-step form, which you usually do between 7 and 10 minutes. Although with Mike, we do it in 15 actually, because he does it very slow. He does it in 1 hour. So that's real kind of tired snail confident. So yeah, we like this. Now what we do is tune into the feet and then you go forward to the side, back, and to the side. So you're making like a circle. I'll show you from the side. You're making a circle shape on the feet. So you're tuning into the contact through the feet. Have we got a record? Yeah, it's because I've got the, actually, I can switch my other Zoom off. I have me on the other, on the Zoom. I can leave the room now. Keep going. That's all right. Leave. Yeah, it's just if I don't have me in the meeting first. It means if someone turns up and I'm there, I can let them in, and also I don't have to mess around with the screen and stuff, because otherwise. So when we did this exercise, we did this for a good 15-20 minutes, just this one exercise. And then the other one we did for 36 times in each direction, that back exercise 36 times. And again, while you're doing this, notice if there's any areas of tension or blockage in the body, and you can do like little adjustments. So with my more advanced students, I used to kind of do adjustments and things, but because of the pandemic, and we weren't allowed to touch. So, but he is an expert. He is like one of the top people to adjust your posture. And then you can feel, my hands got very tingly and I felt very hot because it was all, this is good. And I did feel very, well, because it was like, oh, it was lovely. So, really impressive. Really impressive. That's a nice little bird shout. Yeah, they're wonderful, aren't they? Yeah. Is that a robin? I think so. Not too sure. Oh no, it's a song thrush. Yeah, you get the repeated. Not a wood pigeon, that's on there. Yeah. And then you go, sorry, what did you say? Not a wood pigeon then. No, not wood pigeon. They did have some pigeons earlier, and there was a cuckoo. Oh wow. Yeah. But yeah, it's almost like you wonder if it's a nightingale, but this isn't. Nightingales, I love nightingales. They're fantastic. But they I think there might be a blackbird there as well. That's a song thrush. They're having a bit of a discussion. So we're just doing this. Okay, and then, and then if you're a woman, you put your right hand on your tummy and then your left hand on top. And if you're a man, you put your left hand on your tummy and your right hand on top. And the reason why I asked, there was a young lady there who was a qualified acupuncturist. And I said, why is it that way? And she said, it's because of the way the energy setup is for women and men. It's not because they're being sexist, but from a Chinese medicine point of view, they've got a reason. I thought, that'll do me. Acupuncture course is 4 years plus. And she's also from China, and she could speak fluent Mandarin, well, it's in her natural language. And so every time his English didn't quite work, he'd say it in Mandarin, and she'd answer back in Mandarin. Then she'd turn around and tell everyone what he just explained. It was brilliant. So I was so impressed with this young lady. I thought, okay, so we just do that. And you're just breathing in, and you just want to really feel like you're rooted and centered. And then you raise your left foot, heel, and then bring them together. And then let your arms. So that's one of the things I learned. Yeah. Okay, just shake out. How is that? He's a lot more kind of particular about how he does things and has this very calm approach. And it seems to work very well. So what we're going to do next, before we do the I just checked the have I got the right time? Yes. With the yes, the five we've got a while yet. So what I'd like to do is this oh, there's message. That's okay. Yes, you were saying about the cuckoo. The cuckoo might come back, I don't know, but there was there's a cuckoo. If you get to Kingfisher's Bridge, the Kingfisher's Bridge Nature Reserve, they've got a couple of cuckoos there. And I got a bit annoyed with the cuckoos because I wanted to record the dawn callers, and especially on the evening, the night before, when I went to Arundel in Peterborough, and I was recording the nightingales with my friend Nick, and then all you could hear was beautiful, and they could just which was fine for the first 5 minutes. And it really, they're overrated. It gets very dull because it just does and then pigeons as well. You just go away, pigeon. She's a bit speciesist, little birdist. You know, all the birds should be. Whatever they're doing.
We would love the pigeons if they could sing like the blackbirds and that too, but it's.
I actually really like the pigeons, especially in London. Yeah, because in London they're really close to you, and you kind of talk to them, and they look up at you, and you just think, oh, that's nice.
I know the pigeons that can hear, they start, they can go on for about an hour.
Yeah, doing that. And you just think, oh my God, thanks. It's very good. You've got pigeon trauma. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do the thing. So let's just start with the feet together, and we're going to do. It's called preparation exercise, and for those of you on Zoom, this comes with a government health warning. We're going to be moving very, very, very slowly. So lift your left heel. I'm doing my left as well, and then step out and check your posture. Yeah, that's better. Try and get it all level. And just allow yourself to, and the other thing he was doing, he'd like lift up a person. So lift, it's like you're going up, and then allow yourself to settle in the correct alignment. So you want to get weight even through the feet. You want the hips level. I mean, mine are slightly not level ever because I've got a extra wiggle in my spine, but not bad, you know. And then you want your shoulders level and the head or level, whatever your level is, depending on what spine you got put on when you were, you know. You can't really, when you were made, you know, subject. But that said, you can actually improve with adjustment and practice. You can actually improve things. So let's just do now this version. We just do this one actually. This is another exercise. He does very, very tiny movement. Tiny. So normally we've done it like this, where we just flop it round. Now, I was watching people in the room. Some were really going to town, kind of looking like they were getting themselves out of line, actually, or quite a large movement with the arms. And actually, when I've done this one with Barry, what he did, and there's a version where you go like that. It's a version where you go like that. And then what I did is he came up and was doing like low punches. And then I was batting them away with a relaxed arm. And it was actually quite a strong, yeah, and that was impressive. But this one, make it a tiny movement. I'll just show you from the side here. So this is a principles class today, principles. So by aligning the energy flows, you want the energy to flow, and you want the energy to be happy energy. And not angry energy. happy. It was just great. It was very, very quiet voice. You had to really listen to hear what he was saying. And then he sort of correctly would go, happy, happy. And then they really did look like, oh. Yeah, it's good, good. And at no point did he feel hurried at all. So although the seminar was supposed to start at 10, it normally didn't start till 3:15, but actually we packed, it felt like when we were doing this moving excruciatingly slowly exercise, I called it, and standing still for hours. It was maybe only an hour and a quarter, and then we'd have to stop for a break because basically your brain was melting. I remember about 7 minutes. But it was good, it was a good thing, but yeah. And then the other advantage of having long breaks is that if you've got any SWATs in the room, they'll go and practice. And we're all eating our chocolate bars and looking at them going. So that's how Kingfisher Bridge we're going to be doing. It'll be on a Tuesday. There'll be one on a Tuesday and possibly one on a Saturday or Sunday in July and August for a day retreat. So we'll be doing the same thing. And then next year in April, we'll be at Reach Hall, probably the second weekend of April, and Mike will be doing that. It'll be, but I will tell to Mike to have longer breaks, and then anyone that wants to do form, I can do them during the breaks, and other people are perfectly entitled to relax and to do, then it means everybody's catered for and not just the keen SWATs. Well, not to their, well, yeah, actually some people said there was this person practicing, but someone went, SWAT! And there was an amazing collection of big silk suits, really beautiful, proper silk suits. They look good.
They're still going to do Bell House.
No, that I've had to cancel that one, and we're just going to do it in Ridge because the problem is I don't think we'll get enough people, and it will be so expensive.
Oh, right, yeah.
We can't really afford it. If we got 30 people, you're still looking at a couple of £100 for the weekend, and it would be much better to have something like £100 for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Sort of £50 a day, including tea and coffee and some snacks, and then bring your own lunch kind of thing. I think that would be much better than, I think. And then what we'll do is if we get enough interest, so it'll be 2026, we're gonna try and get a residential retreat, but we can still do a lot at the Reach Village Hall because it's quiet. Well, apart from the cows and the cockerel, but it's quiet and yeah.
Is there a car park there?
Yeah, no, but there's plenty of space for parking and it's gorgeous, isn't it? Lovely.
Oh,
You just park along the green.
yeah.
And there's some nice swings because some of the people go onto the swings. I think Brenda, she was sat on the swing and she's like 90 odd, isn't she? Oh, she looked really nice on the swing. But there we go. So we're just doing this. Oh. Just span. Okay, so this is the first part. So you just breathe in. So this is one of the moves I learned. So out like that, like you're flapping your wings, but you're obviously a bird that's really not in a hurry at all. And then down, breathe out. Up, I'll just show you that from the diagonal bit. So up, in. Breathe out, down. And when you do this for the first 5 minutes, you feel great. But after half an hour, you want to lie on the floor. Well, I did. I was like, I want to get out of here. So when it got to tea break, I had to jump up and down like that. And I also had to do a whole load of punching. Luckily, Patrick was the next kung fu teacher. And he went, oh, very good punching. I was, yeah, thanks. So, had an Afghan dad. It's really very good at punching. Breathe in. Breathe out. And just think, oh. And you can feel it doing amazing things.
Yeah.
It like, because the slower you move, the more you're exercising your postural, your muscles in a postural manner.
Almost the neck, side,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
mine already.
Okay, bring it slightly forward. Now let's stop for a moment.
Because we were doing
And-
that this morning as well.
Yeah.
weren't we? Yeah.
You want to
Right.
release, imagine releasing in these shoulder muscles, releasing the shoulder muscles. And just adjust your feet, check your feet are in the right place. And breathing. And try again, lift it less. Lift it less. So instead of, I'm going to here, but I spent pretty much a good 40 minutes doing this. And we just did that. We did standing first. We did the standing exercise. I won't do standing this week because it will be too much. But we will look at the basic standing, and we won't stand for very long. I mean, he's been doing Tai Chi for 77 years. It will be 78 years next year.
Incredible.
So he's had a lot of time to practice, and that's pretty much because he was from the family. This is pretty much what he was doing. So yeah, that's too much. You want to get it to shoulder height. So get it to shoulder height. That's it. And also have it in front. That's better. Oh, you want to relax your shoulders. That's one. Yeah, you're lifting the shoulders up too much. So what you want to do is you want to keep the shoulders down. Have a look at what I'm doing. So just watch. Just watch. My shoulders are staying down. They're not lifting up at all. Much better for the shoulders. There you go. Then you'll be able to do it for hours. No, you won't. But you'll be able to do it for at least 10 minutes without getting tired. Yeah, if you lift the shoulders up, it's too much. And then also you want to be in line because you want happy energy. So you want happy energy. And then if you're making any adjustments, I've been adjusting my feet because they went out of line. So take time to adjust, check, and then go back in again. We'll just do one more because this is pretty full on. I mean, I was in a room with a lot of the people who've been teaching longer than me, and I've been teaching 20 years, almost. It'll be 20 years in September, and I've been teaching Tai Chi. Yeah, celebrate by being completely skilled. Let's do one more. Yeah. A couple of nice herbal tea, nice green tea to celebrate, and then down. Yes. Yeah, so. Okay, so preparation. So this is a Qigong set called the 6 Healing Sounds. We won't do the sounds because I've got to go and practice them. Because I want to get the pronunciation right before I teach it to you. So then we're not having to kind of repair and unlearn exactly. But we can do the basic preparation movement, which you've already done, so you're an expert. You're an expert. So it's the same beginning. It's the same beginning. You go up to shoulder height, you breathe in, then you turn, come up, and then you breathe out and you gently stroke down your face. and gently with the fingers stroke down the middle line, this middle line. So there's a whole load of acupuncture points along this central line. And then you wait. So let the arms hang. Let the arms hang. That's it. So very heavy arm. And then just look at, just check your posture. And then you do it again. So he waited. When he waited a lot longer than what we just did. It seemed to go on forever. Now this time I'll show from the back. You bring, so you've got your labrum point on your back way point, the back way point here, and you go stroke round the back way point, and just gently touch your head with your fingertips, like you're caressing your, or if you're like a bit of a show off, you know. There's a bloke in the folk band. I'll tell you about him in a minute. And you go like this, and you stroke into the neck. It's lovely, and then you gently stroke down front of the body. And then you wait for an interminable amount of time. But yeah, there was a guy, and he's on stage, he'd just do that with his hair, and then it's awful. So not like that. Not like that. So you breathe. My duo buddy Martin could do a great impression of this individual, and everyone falls about the floor. So we do it front, and you're. So it's like front, we go down, stroking, just gently following the center line. You're breathing in and out. So yeah, he didn't play music during the seminar. So you feel that you get yourself established, and then like this, and then it goes behind you, just stroking the head, just really nice. It just feels great. I just love it. And this one was actually not too bad to do. We'll do another round of this exercise. So I know it as preparation exercise. And this is like the punctuation between each of the healing sound arm movements, but I need to revise the arm movements. So there's arm movements and there's sound with your mouth. So you do front first. And you're just taking your time, and this is actually a lot faster than what he was doing. But it's a bit like if I look in the Google Maps, and it tells you how fast something's going to be when you're in the car, and then how far it will take you if you walk. It's a bit like that. So like this, that's it. So you want to relax your shoulders, that's it. And you come, and then you stroke round back. Scan. And then left hand if you're a bloke, right hand if you're a woman. So the lady from China, the acupuncturist, young acupuncturist, maybe 30s, late 20s, genius, and really knowledgeable. And she said, well, of course the women do it for the right, because of the energy. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's okay. No, she was quite, she's, it's fine. And then you raise your left heel and you bring them together. Come up. Yeah. How is that? Just by slowing it down, and can you feel that you've got like muscles? Isn't that amazing? And all we didn't do nothing, do we? So,
Yeah. If I get into water.
yes, it's water time. But it's water time. Yes, it's water time. I'm gonna pause the video because you don't want to watch us drinking our water. Okay, pause video. So we're going to go through that Qigong set that we're working on, the second 18, the second Shibashi, or Shiba set, I think. I'll have to ask my Chinese friends. It's like you say,
to record it.
you say the pronunciation and then they burst out laughing at you because you just murdered their beautiful language because you got all the tones wrong. So yeah, the problem with the sounds is they have the tones. They have the 5 different tones. So they have one that goes across, and there's one that and then there's one that goes whoop, and it's. Yeah, so I'll need to, but once I've learned them, and then we do the arm movements, we'll do them together. And it's supposed to be very beneficial for your health, this exercise. But my teacher Emma, she did it once with him, but because she's from the Czech Republic, and that's even further removed from Chinese pronunciation, she didn't do it again after that. But luckily, because I'm a musician, I'm pretty good at sounds.
Yeah.
I can usually, if someone says their name, I listen and I can usually get a pretty close approximation without them wanting to, so laugh. Yeah. So we just do this. So we start traditionally. Feet together, then raise your left foot. I'm still doing my left foot because I've been trying to get this right all weekend and failing. And then you go like this and check that you're even. And spend some time to check your alignment and give yourself the time. So we are not in a hurry at all. We started a bit late and that's fine. It's all good. So we're nice and tall. We're relaxing, we're breathing. Yeah, relaxing, so the muscles are softening. Breathe in. And then breathe in and begin. And again, if you need to adapt this movement to how your body works at the moment, feel free. I'm going to do the big movement. And down. Watch out for your friend. We had to keep moving out of each other's ways, but because we were moving so slowly, we didn't whack each other. So it was all very polite. It was all very polite. So that's it. That's it. Just do this. And so if I just show you from the side, we just come up like this, so the hips come up. Hips go down. Yeah, just do one arm. If your other arm doesn't want to play, just let it relax. It just wants to practice really letting go. So you can do the half an arm version. You can do the half version. Look, there we are. Beautiful. There we go. That's it. Or you can do the baby version. Why don't you try the baby version? Then you can keep your arms. Much better. Much better. Yeah, do the baby version. So you can adapt it to how you personalize the baby version. So we've got 2 options. We've got baby and ginormous. So this is the ginormous version. Oh,
Hello, should give
you're right. Sorry, Amy, I forgot to mute you. So
Me.
I'll do it. There we are. Right, you're muted now. All the power. I wish I could do that in real life sometimes, you know. That in the sports hall there was a whole load of very sweaty, sort of wiry squash players in their shorts and shouting a lot. And then there were all these big, bulgy, muscly, chiseled people. that as they walk past any reflective surface, were like,
Oh,
you know,
we've been watching too many gladiators.
and yeah, they all look like the gladiators, yeah. And then in this gym, and then there are all the Tai Chi people, which came in all different shapes and sizes. We come like this, and we're all really quiet. Because we had to be quiet, otherwise we couldn't hear a word that Grandmaster was saying. And then every time, and they were all bellowing in the sports. It was quite an amazing culture mix. So the slower you move, the easier it is to check what you're doing while you're doing it. And stronger your body is. I mean, fast movements are also good. Because you get to do, we were doing a fast form with the Grandmaster on Thursday. And when he does it really is quite spectacular what he can do. And there were lots and lots of group photos. Group photo, probably like shots to oh, I would love a group photo. Great. What have you got there? Yeah. And then step forward with your right foot, heel, toe. Settle. Check that your feet are in the right spots. Then you sink the weight forward, you turn the waist, and you raise the palm up. Someone's going to put a really nice ice cream in there. And then you come down. It was quite fun. And then you go, the other hand comes forward, so the palm up. Now rotate the palms, relax. And you're all the time in the world, all the time in the world. No strain, no strain. Do one more. So it's three times. Do it 3 times. And then as the hand comes back, the foot, put it back where you found it. Check your feet are in the right spots and settle. Check your posture. Then turn the right foot out. Step forward. And then when Christine is back, what we'll do is I'll get her to take a little video of us doing some Tai Chi to my friend Julia's music, and I'm going to send it to Julia. Send it to her by email and say, hey Julia, this is us. I was just like that. She's really nice. She's lovely. She's very nice. Oh, most of the sound healers I know are actually very nice people. So, and then we go back. That's marvelous. So that was the wind blows the willows. Check your posture again, and now we do the golden needles at the bottom of the ocean. Golden needles at the bottom of the ocean. So you come back. It's like a circular. Now. Then you step with your right foot, point the toes, and the weight comes back, and you're pointing with your fingers. So it's like you're pretending you've got a water pistol in each hand, and then you come back to the middle, raise, and then down. So the weight is in the back leg. So if you wanted to, you could raise the front leg off the ground, if you wanted to. Okay. We've got a few minutes yet, yeah. We started a bit late, so I don't want to sprint on time. We're going to do one more time each side. So remember, we are not in a hurry, and we're very clear. We want to make it. Was one thing I absolutely loved about how he was moving. It was just so clear. Really nice to see. Goodness me. Yeah, if any of you want to thanks, Amy. Yeah, if you could switch your mute on, that'd be marvellous. Thanks very much. And then we go into horse stance. Horse stance. Now point your fingers to the side. Bring them across to here. Turn. Now breathe in. Turn. Breathe out. Turn. Breathe in. Turn. Breathe out. So you want to relax your shoulders, and have a slight bendedness, slight curve in arms. Slight curve in arms, that's it. And you want to stay upright. You want to stay upright, that's it. And just breathing in. And breathing out. In. And breathe out. Come back. And then everybody's favourite, the immortal fairy points the way. So, and again, like I've explained a few times before, fairies in Chinese culture are pretty different to what we would associate a fairy would look like. So they're more kind of scary. They're like scary fairies and a bit more. It could be like a magical being rather than a thing with little wings, and it's definitely not Tinkerbell. Put it that way. So it's great. No, they're more. They are. So that the culture. I'll have to look up.
Yeah.
What does Chinese fairy look like? Because I'm very curious. But yeah, they're like kind of tough, scary fairies. So we go like this. We circle, and then you bring the foot behind, if you can, and point away. And you want your hips level, and then you step your toe, you circle, and you point, and you look with your scary fairy eyes. And then you come around. So you're looking, so sleepy tiger eyes, Just do something. If you haven't quite got the movement, just do something. And yeah, no shooting each other. Yeah, that's not quite as. I have to admit, the atmosphere in this room is a lot less reverential than when we're all around the Grand Master. You know, you could have heard the pin drop.
Yeah.
No one sort of.
Question.
It was all very polite and calm, and yeah. Well, one more time each side. One more time each side, marvellous. So if you're laughing, do it calmly, and then we just. There we go. That's the first 6 movements. Has anyone got any questions? No?
So how many movements are
There's
there
18 in total, so we've got 2 more lots of 6.
tonight?
So we've got the mischievous urchin, which we have done before. We have the just to quickly, the stork praying at the moon. And then we have the yellow dragon. The yellow dragon shows its claws. And I love that one. And then I think it's this one where you do the waves, and you push the waves. So that was the yellow dragon shows its claws and pushing the waves. And then you have the lion plays with the ball. Lion plays with the ball. I'll just go through, not too many. Lion plays with the ball. You have the embrace the moon in a cup. Embrace the moon. in a cup. I love that one. That's my favourite move actually. And then you've got the flying phoenix, flying phoenix, flying phoenix landing. So the phoenix comes up, it comes up, and then it comes down, it lands. And then the phoenix flies off, and then it lands. So that's the phoenix. And then you've got we did the twin dragons, sorry, I forgot the twin dragons across the sea, I left that one out, sorry about that. Twin dragons across the ocean. What I'll do is I will write down the names and the numbers of the moves, because although I get all the moves, I keep forgetting the order. A bit like the Les Dawson, isn't it? Les Dawson? Not necessarily in the right order, they used to say that, I get all the right notes. I get all the right notes, not necessarily in the right order. So that was the twin dragon swims the sea. And then the final, the penultimate movement, this is called circling, actually join in with this one, it's quite easy. Circling the energy in the dantian, so circling the qi in the dantian. So the dantian is this area here, it's 3 fingers width down, and I think it's 2 finger width in. Again, that acupuncturist lady genius, I should invite her around here and she can explain what's going on. She was wonderful, I really liked her, and I just loved the way she could switch from Mandarin to English instantaneously. It was a masterclass in, and also the translation would be correct because she understands the context.
Yes.
So I was seriously impressed. Seriously.
Right.
So yeah, the problem with Google Translate, it misses context. It's very funny. Now we're going the other direction. So you're letting the qi circulate, the energy circulate in your dantian. And then the final move, it's actually very similar to what the Grand Master did. So there's quite a lot of crossover and a lot of, well, except he goes straight up like this. Whereas before, when the Grand Master, the move we did, we had to go up sideways first, and then we did the round bit. But apart from that, they're pretty similar movements. Really similar movements. So this is the final move. So we've just done movement 17 and movement 18, as well as movement 26. So we're not, some of the movements are quite tricky. And it's probably good to spend a bit of time on the tricky movements to get them just so, rather than ploughing on ahead. And it's best to do 6 movements okay, than 18 movements rubbish, you know? So, yeah. Okay, so we'll do Eli's just to help wake us up a bit. We do Eli's 3, 4, forward, forward, back, 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 forward, forward, back. Other side. That's okay. Just do it. Forward, back, forward, forward. Eventually, you kind of run it, and you can't see his legs when he does it. Wow. 4. We're doing it moderate pace. 5.
We're doing slow today.
6.
Yeah.
7. And 8. I do usually do 8. 8. And then we won't do the backwards one. We'll do this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Just to help get the circulation. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this exercise is a good one for the brain. It's at a slightly different pace from the Grandmaster. We will go back to the Grandmaster's exercise while we're here, just to get. But eventually, you kind of. It does make sense. I've been practicing. I'm still not as fast as Eli, but then also to really mess with my brain, I've been doing arm movements. So I've been going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You can do that, and you can go opposite. See? And you can do that, or you can go like this.
No.
You can do like a little routine. And just do different things, and it's really fun. And it just gets you, it's another way of getting the brain, and it's much faster, or you can do a slow. You could do a slow coach version. But actually, I think the exercise is designed, if you want to do some cardio, it's a good one. So let's go back, let's just do a bit of bounce. We do a bit, he doesn't really do bounce or shake. He does bounce and shake, he's more like this. You can try it this way, bounce, so that's bounce, and then shake. See? So that's another way of doing bounce and shake, and it's just as valid as doing this one. But you can also do more, you can do tiny slow movement shake, tiny slow movement bounce. Tiny and much slower. Tiny and slow, faster. And each way does different things for the body. And
The faster way is a lot easier.
the faster way is a lot easier, and it's kind of what it does, it does the big muscles, it relaxes the big muscles, and you relax your big muscles, and then you've got the more internal muscles, because there's lots of muscles in the body, not just the big motor muscles that you use. So it's trying to work the body as an entire system. But the first thing you want to do is you want to really practice calming. So we'll bring the feet together. We'll try the exercise again. We'll just do it once each side. Otherwise we'll be here all night. So step out with the left foot. Sorry, it's because I'm. And then we. See. Breathe in. Hold it out here. Like out. So I bring my elbows down slightly so my shoulders stay relaxed. Check posture. Breathe in and out. So you want your breathing natural. Breathing naturally. Breathe in. So you match the movement with the breath. Breathe out. Just breathe in and out. Hand on the dantian, so right hand for women, left hand for men. Bring the left foot back in towards the right. Relax the hands. Come up. Then make a fist with your right hand. Left hand over the top, feet together and down. Yeah. So that's what I'm like after 4 days with the Grandmaster. I'm really happy with that. Let's put this back to how we found it. Thanks very much. I'm going to run. See you soon.
Yeah, next week.
Well done. Well done.
Yes.